Today's the day I'm going to be planting my garden. This time, hopefully it won't die. But I'm so excited and I'm going to get right into it. So I'll explain more about what I'm planting, why, how I'm planning on organizing it in the video. So I switched from the plastic couple gallon tote containers that I used last time and I had holes drilled in it. I switched from that to grow bags for a few reasons. So one, I think it contributed to the southern blight because it wasn't able to breathe as well. I could be wrong. And also because these bags, they are more breathable in that aspect of letting the soil be able to breathe, having enough drainage, things like that. But also, since I'm in an apartment, to me the grow bags are just more portable, and I don't plan to be in an apartment all the time forever, so I think that having a grow bag is just way easier to put in the back of a car if you're moving. I have bought 2 bags of potting mix from Sam's Club. They are the 55 quart bags. I didn't worry about getting vegetable garden soil just because I heard that with the garden soil, it's more compact or thicker or something like that because it's made for you to put on the ground, possibly in a raised bed. I can't really remember, but I know for sure that the potting mix is like a lighter soil, so it's easier for it to drain and it's just better for containers. That's why it's called potting mix. And since I'm using containers and not putting it on the actual ground or a raised bed, I felt that this was the best. I plan to add more nutrients to the soil, whether that's fertilizer. I'm also thinking about using like eggshells, so I've heard a lot about that. I even heard about coffee grounds, but I'm kind of leaning towards the eggshells. So next time I cook, I'm gonna start saving my eggs so I can powder it. And I've seen people add water or vinegar, they say, and that's how you will water your soil. Not every day, but just to put some calcium in there. And I did struggle just a tiny bit trying to get the soil out of the bags into the grow bags. I did. But having a baby kind of gave me a little more arm strength. So I think it was way better than if I would have tried last year. At first I had many plans for what I wanted to grow this time around, including like bell peppers, broccoli, even spinach. But after a little bit of research and truly trying to get to what my goal is with this garden, I switched all of that. So for starters, my goal for the garden this go around is to be able to make a salad with what I grew. So other than like the meat, of course, I want cucumbers, tomatoes, and of course leafy greens for my salad. I didn't want onion, and bell peppers and broccoli just weren't gonna fit it, even though bell peppers could go in there. If y'all ever try to like buy like leafy greens like lettuce, kale, spinach, any of that from the grocery store, then you know how quickly that lettuce goes bad. Like, it's crazy. But I know that, and so we end up wasting a lot of salad mix anytime we would try to buy some. So my goal with the garden was to be able to get fresh lettuce whenever we wanted a salad. We can just get it straight from the garden, and like we don't have to buy a whole bunch of salad and then we get tired of eating it a few days later and then it goes bad by the time we're ready to eat it the next few days. So with those priorities of wanting a garden salad, and then also knowing I'm limited on space, so I can't really plant everything and anything, that helped me narrow down what I was going to plant in my 5 grow bags. And then also, then that led me to needing to buy some plants, some flowers. So I needed some flowers that go well with the plant, but also help repel different bugs. So I knew for sure that pickleworm could be an issue in my garden this year. So I definitely wanted something that could help with that. And then also aphids, because those are pretty common. And I'm used to, like, when my mom used to plant lettuce and such, they would get holes in them. And I don't want nothing eating up my plant. And I read that nasturtiums, they're kind of like a decoy plant. So basically, it's going to draw you away. Any bug that would want to go to the leafy greens or the leaves of the cucumbers, anything like that, it will draw them away to the nasturtiums. So apparently, those insects, they choose nasturtiums over anything else you could plant. So if you have nasturtiums around, if they had to choose between eating your kale up or eating the nasturtium, they're going for the nasturtium. So if you have that, they're going to choose that over that. And that should greatly reduce the amount of holes and things eating up your plant before you can eat it. The other plants I got was marigolds, and they're so pretty. Like, I had so much trouble in Walmart trying to pick out which seeds I wanted to buy, because I love yellow, and they had all types of yellows and golds and oranges. I love any bright warm color. So I was in there for way too long trying to shop for that. And I even had to come back because I ended up buying the wrong plant. So I was rushing to get out of it because I was like, oh no, it's already been 30 minutes I've been standing here. So I go home, I get home, realize I got 2 marigolds, 1 calendula, and no nasturtiums at all. I ended up putting it back by accident because I was trying to rush out. So I had to drive back up there, and I ended up leaving with 2 more nasturtium plants. And the other marigold colors I was thinking about getting, I put them back. I said I'm going to use what I have this time, and then we'll revisit again next spring. But marigolds and calendulas, they repel aphids and squash bugs. And of course, a cucumber is part of the squash family. So planting at least 1 or 2 of those plants in each pot kind of works like a security guard with the different bugs trying to get to them. And then also planting a flower bag by itself is just gonna draw more of the bugs to that pot, as well as the pollinators. It's good to have pollinators, and I know last time I didn't do any hand pollinating, but I also didn't know what male flowers and female flowers look like on a plant, and I still don't really. We already have a lot of wasps and bees hanging out where I live, and now they're gonna be worse. But it's, at least, even though they're sort of a nuisance to me, at least now they have some type of purpose for being around me when I go outside instead of just being there. Actually, I took my baby to the park a few days ago, and I'm just sitting there chilling with her in my lap. I got a yellow shirt on because I love me some yellow. And I'm sitting there hearing some buzzing. I'm like, I've been ignoring it for a while. And I was like, wait a second. What is that? And then I kind of turned my head to the side, and I see that big fat bee. I was like, oh no, oh no, oh no. And some sisters that had to come grab the baby from me. But I'm just sitting there with my eyes closed, making this emoji face. Oh, I just don't like bees. Why is that bee all in my bee's knees? I had to. So this pot not only has those white marigolds, but it has all the flowers in it. Then I have the tomato and the marigolds together, the cucumber and the nasturtium, and I have kale, lettuce, nasturtiums, and calendulas in 2 different grow bags in the corner because they don't like as much sunlight. But this is my 2025 garden, and I'm so excited. I can't wait to see the fruits of it, literally. And if you enjoyed this video, you'll definitely enjoy this one. Bye.